Hello guys, today is day 23 of the 90-day challenge for the law of attraction, and today we're going to talk about another intellectual factor. This is the imagination. We have 6 intellectual factors. We've been talking about one per day, and today is the imagination. So let's get started. Hello guys, this is Miguel, and today we're going to talk about the intellectual factor, especially the imagination. The imagination is one of the, I believe, the most important intellectual factor that we have. And in reality the imagination, we all have it. Unfortunately, as kids, it was taken out of it, or we were trained out of it when we went to school. I don't know if you remember when you were kids, everybody was dreaming of becoming a doctor and a firefighter or a airplane pilot, things like that. So we had a vivid imagination. We had a lot of things that we wanted to do when we were kids, but little by little, as we went to school, we were trained out of it. Actually, our teacher will get mad if we were just imagining things and not paying attention, as I spoke yesterday, and letting that imagination just run wild and having things and becoming and pretending being somebody else. And again, like I said, like a fireman or a pilot or a policeman, things like that. So we have this imagination, and unfortunately, as an adult, we were trained out of it, and now we have to relearn it again. Yes, unfortunately, we have to relearn it again. So, one thing I want to make sure that I tell you, and I don't forget, is if you have not had a chance to read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, do it. There is a chapter in that book that talks all about imagination and how it is the best way to use it. I'm going to try to give you a synopsis here and try to show you exactly, what he's trying to communicate through his book. I will try to do it within the video right now. Now, I talked about imagination being the workshop of the mind. Yes, this is where we actually put everything and we prearrange, or we actually pre-test things before we actually do them. Yes, in your imagination, believe it or not. I talked about having imagination as children, and now I want to present to you how or what types of imaginations that we have. There are 2 types of imagination. One of them is a creative imagination. The other one is called synthetic imagination. Now, what's the difference between the 2? All right, the creative imagination is when you actually create something that has never been created. Synthetic imagination is when you use things around you, you put them together, you create a new product. Okay? So let's just think about something. So creative imagination, when the very first chair, for example, was created, that was using creative imagination. They didn't have anything before a chair was created, or they didn't have anything as a prototype or anything ever was created first. So the first chair it was ever created, it was created using the creative imagination. Now, think of a sofa. A sofa is, or a love chair, is actually it was created using synthetic imagination. Okay? Why? All right. Well, the sofa or the love seat was just a combination of things. For example, the love seat, they wanted to have 2 chairs together with plush and make sure they were comfortable. So they put 2 chairs together and they start adding things to it. And that's why they call it a love chair. To have someone close, like your loved one. That's why it's called love chair, I guess. but that's how it came about. So definitely we have two ways to use our imagination: creative imagination and synthetic imagination. Most of the stuff that you and I enjoy in our lives, it's being created by using synthetic imagination. We use two things, we put them together, and we create a new product. Now, I want to, challenge your teachability index right now, but I want to make sure that you understand how important imagination is. Anything and everything that you see around you was first created in the mind or in the imagination of a person. Yes, anything and everything except for nature, but everything and everything that's man-made, it was first created in the imagination of a person, believe it or not. So you do some research and stuff, and you will be able to see that what I'm saying is true. The camera that I'm using, okay, the room that I'm in, this building that I'm at, was actually an imagination of somebody. The lights that I'm using right now, the board that is behind me, the ink or the marker that I use to create this, it was all in the imagination of a person first, and then it actually came into a physical form later. That's why we always say that the spirit or the imagination is part of the spirit, always moves into form. That is the way that everything works. It's always creating in a spirit or an imagination out of thin air, and then it moves into form through us, through our human, through our mind, through our bodies, through our hands, through our actual behavior. So that's how everything works in life. One more thing I want to share with you is this. Some people, when I talk about this, everybody laughs. Yes, we all have a time machine. And you're going to say, how? Yeah, we have a time machine. We can actually visualize and use our imagination to visualize things. Let me give you an example. All actors or actresses use visualization. When they want to get into character to shoot the film or the movie or the TV show, they have to get into character. How do they get into character? They have to visualize that they are pretending to be that person. So they have to put it inside their mind. They have to imagine that they are that person or that character, or whatever. Another example are athletes. Every athlete, they actually succeed and get the gold medal. The gold medal becomes the number one or the most famous one. When they get interviewed, please pay attention on their answer. Most of them say that they cannot, whatever they're living or whatever, when they get to that point, they can say, this is not even what I have imagined. They have imagined something even different, but they cannot have, they are so excited, they cannot describe, not even in their imagination, how good it feels or how good it was. So they have to imagine themselves being this person or this athlete or this successful before they were or they got there. So that's why I say that everybody has a time machine. You can use it. It's free. All you have to do is use your imagination, visualize what you want, put emotion into it so you can actually implant it into your subconscious mind and then let the body do the rest. Again, use your time machine as your imagination, visualize it, get emotionally involved into that imagination, into that feeling, into that plan or whatever you want to achieve already fulfill. Get the thrill that you already done it. So that way you can implant that into your subconscious mind. Then let the subconscious mind do whatever it needs to do to put this body of ours into the vibration that we need so we can attract what we want. This is how important the imagination is. Today, guys, we talked about on day 22 the intellectual factor called imagination. And if you guys have anybody, and I've been saying in all the videos, if you have any friends, any relatives, family members, anybody that you think you will benefit by getting these videos, please let them know. Share the wealth. Just let everybody know. If this is of value to you, please let everybody know. Okay, you can comment below if you have any questions. I will try to make some time and read as many comments and respond as many comments as I can. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you like and follow. Make sure that you turn on the notification so you know when my next video comes up. These videos are daily, and I'll make sure that you know when they are up so you are getting fresh off the oven, so to speak. Thank you guys for being with me for the last 23 days, and thank you for spending time right now and giving me your 10 minutes or whatever time it took to do this video, watch this video. Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful. I hope I'm providing value, and it's enough in exchange for your time. Thank you. I'm very grateful that you're with me all this time. We have a lot to come. We have a lot more information I would love to share with you. Remember, this is a 90-day challenge. We're barely day 23, so we have a lot to come. Thank you guys. Have a great, fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow.